Oh my god, it's week 4. So today we're going to start designing like the inside of the bit of the office. So we're currently at a carpet tile place because we're going to use carpet tiles. It's cheaper, it's more, we used it last time, they're lovely. And then we're going to have a look at some panels. We've just went into the store and there's nobody in there. So we're just going to have a look, see what we can find. But yeah, it's starting to come together. We've decided these are lovely. It's nice and thick. It's a bit of, it's just lovely. I love the design as well and the colour.
It's the thickness of it.
It's just, yeah, the thickness of it. It's just amazing. So, bought them, load them up. Yeah. Now, just time to load them up. Just sorting all out. I think we've got like 170, 180. All going in the back of this. Yeah. We're back in the office part now. All the tiles are here. Now, we did actually go and look at some paneling for this side and also this side. Problem is, it's a bit too expensive. It was, to do all of that, we're touching like 800-900 quid, which on a bit of a budget isn't the best. So, bit of a new idea. We're just gonna plasterboard it to quarter the price. It's gonna make it still nice and look amazing. We're gonna take a little bit of extra work, but we can then cut in all of these holes for these switches and all that a bit better. But yeah, these are what we went with. These are nice and thick. As you can see, the underlay built in. It's going to go this one, and that as well. And then we've got some more with the unit and the outside to do for the rest of the week. Issue is, it is now Wednesday. I'm dressed nicely compared to the rest of the days. I'm a bit of a more serious day at work. But I'm not down here for the rest of the week until Saturday. So it's probably going to be a bit of a shorter one this time round. But we're still having progress. Progress is what we want. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. Today is Saturday and we're continuing on with the bit of office. Now, we've painted this yellow. As I mentioned, the paint was free. We don't know why we chose yellow, but that's the reason, is because it was just free. And we did try the white, but none of the white was seeping through. So what we've done, painted it. Now all I had to do today, which I've just done, did it off camera because it was just a bit noisy, a bit loud. And I had to sand down basically sort of where the holes, those holes. So I've just done that with great struggle because that sand detail sander, that's the only pad I would actually stick to. I went through like a load of different pads and none of them was sticking at all. So that's the only one. But luckily I managed to do it now. And then once that's painted down, which I'm about to do as well because I've got wherever the hell the paint's gone. I think it's actually in here. Yeah, there's the paint. I've just got to do those. And this, once it's been swept, maybe mopped, we don't know. This can be carpeted. Then it's onto this little area. I say little. So what I've all got to do once I've finished just painting that is basically I've got to use this saucy little tool, this one here, which basically rips all the paint off, the excess paint. And then this entire wall, and over that side as well, all this is going to be PVA'd, so it's protected. And then what we're going to do is plasterboard the lot. So let's get to painting, and then let's get to doing this. And that is today for the renovations. Well, this week. I may do some bits in there, but I've also got today planned to do a few car videos. We have an update on the Stager, update on the BMW. So I'm going to be down here for a long time today. So yeah, let's get cracking. Painting done. I mean, to be honest, the whole paint job itself isn't exactly like 100%. But the reason being is that we've got one or two options. Basically, either we paint it a different colour at a later date, or from what we're sounds like, if what we got on in our sort of personal lives all kicks off, this actually may be too small for us. So we're trying to do like a good job as it is, because then if we are in it long term, that's fine. But if we're not, it means we haven't wasted too much time. Because, you know, we could have done 10 times better job in there, but we've done it to our best of our abilities, and you know, this whole thing has been done on like a bit of a budget. So now that's done, that can actually now be carpeted with our lovely carpet tiles. I mean, I must admit, they are thick, but they need to be thick because one, it's sound dead, and two, it just makes it in more home, not more homely, but these are actually a decent colour, and actually we got these pretty cheap, so that's good. So yeah, Now, let's just do all this to the wall. We're going to leave that because, again, we're plasterboarding over it, so it don't really matter too much. Going to also leave that because, again, that's just there for no reason, unless we are going to sort of utilise that, but I doubt it. Then once this wall's done, I won't PVA it, probably because I've never used PVA before. You know, this whole thing is sort of like a learning curve for me as well, and also with the cars. So yeah, let's get to doing this. I'm actually going to put you on a bit of a time lapse because I've never done this before, so it'll be quite cool to see what it looks like. So yeah, let's crack on. Boom. That's this massive wall done. I've just got a tiny bit over there which I'm going to do off camera. This thing is sick. What I would advise though, if you are going to use something like this, definitely wear an eye mask because I've had a lot of bits in my eye now. But to be honest, I think these are used primarily for like a paint stripper, but we're only using it just to get the bad bits off the wall, let's say, because we don't want to obviously PVA over the bad bits. But yeah, that was fun. I did the one, and then we shall be done for today. There's literally not much else, so we'll have a bit of a talk in a second. So yeah, we're gonna do the other one. Now that's that bit done. Again, definitely wear a mask as well if you're doing that sort of stuff. But the reason I just want to chat with you is basically this sort of project is actually going better than we expected. But everything's just taken a long time now. We've got a deadline, end of April. We want to be in here permanently. That we basically need to move everything in here by April time, and then we should be a-okay. But everything is just taking a long time. Like it's going really well, but it could just be done faster. Obviously, a lot of it we're doing all ourselves. So me, my mum and dad, Ollie's helping. Ollie's partner also has helped as well. So big shout out to them. But yeah, it's just taking a little bit longer than I expected. So being week 4. You know, we're almost, you know, we're pretty much end of this week. We'll be a month in, which is absolutely amazing compared to where we were when we first got in here. You know, a lot has been done. And then I've also got something else to show you as well. So in here is our sort of like kitchen area, but we still need we've got a sink, but we need a unit. We need to put all this back at home. There's loads of doors in there, which we probably will go in. In there will be cupboards along with a fridge. We've got an oven that we had in our own home, which we've replaced recently. Perfectly used. It's perfectly, you know, working. We just basically want to install it just in case, you know, if anything needs to be cooked. I don't know, if we're down here late at night, we want a meal, we've got that option. But we've also got, bang, radiators. Now these are going to go throughout the building, including some in there as well, in the actual warehouse, the unit part. But we still need a boiler, still need to get all that in. We've even got a towel one as well. And then we've also got all of this in here to do. Now what we have established is that if we don't do this part by the end of April, then we don't mind. We can still be in here because this is pretty much usable. It just looks disgusting. Like all these tiles need to go. Just needs a good paint. It needs a lot. But again, if we're not in this sort of, you know, we don't mind if this bit isn't done in here because it's not entirely too essential. Now we've also established that the layout of this building is very, very weird to the respect that we don't know what's behind, you know, some of the building aspects of this unit. I mean, to be honest, all these walls are all stud walls. They're all hollow stud walls that have been put up to divide into buildings, and it just doesn't make sense. Like even this entire unit bit here, all this up to that wall is all stud. All that is stud. So basically, at one point, all of this, before, you know, toilets were installed, before everything's installed, all this was all open. And that probably would have made it 10 times better. There was even upstairs built as well, which it's just our storeroom, so we don't really mind. But yeah, it's just, the layout is very, very weird. So I'm now waiting for my father to get down here because I think he wants to do a bit of continuation, which if that's the case, then yeah, I'll showcase it. If it's not, then this will be the end. So the power of editing, I'm going to do the outro now. So thank you for joining for week 4. Week 5, we should have a lot going on. I mean, we've got a week worth of like not too much work going on. So if that's the case, we're going to actually try and conquer the kitchen area, which is going to get some flooring, units, and then once we've got all that, we can start working on that as well. So, and with that being done, it's going to make this place a lot nicer. So I'm going to go work on my cars. If there's a little bit extra, then you'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and join me next week. Again, I'll showcase as much as I can, but hopefully we should have it all done. When I mean all done, I mean more parts done. So sorry. See you later.